Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. I'm so happy to be sitting here filming this video right now because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there definitely has been a lack of content for the last 2 weeks, and that is because I got hit with the flu. It was horrid, had to have a week off for that, and then I actually had to take another week off because I was just trying to catch back up with life. Like, it was quite mind-blowing to me how much taking a week off being ill really kind of knocked everything off balance. But anyway, I am back, I'm here with the content, and we'll be resuming our normal schedule. Anyway, today's video, I want to talk about 5 supplements which actually could be potentially making your acne worse. When it comes to taking supplements, it's all down to what does your body need. And of course, you know, there's going to be certain things on this list I might talk about today, which actually if you are deficient in, then yes, taking it, you probably wouldn't experience acne. But the issue with the ones I'm going to talk about today is that these are supplements which commonly people just take kind of without, you know, having any testing done or really knowing whether they actually need it or not. And if you're taking these things and your body doesn't actually need it, this is where they can actually be problematic for acne. So I really hope today's video is interesting and helpful. This is definitely a kind of video I would have loved when I was going through my acne journey. And also as a nutritional therapist, like, these are things that I see in clinic all the time, and when we take some of these supplements out of their protocols, actually the acne starts to improve. So I definitely see it for myself with clients as well. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up and just get straight into the video. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did and find it helpful, and yeah, let's just get straight on into it. So the first supplement we're going to talk about is biotin. Yes, biotin actually, depending on how much you're taking, this actually can aggravate acne, and this is one which you really want to check for in your multivitamins. And if you are taking anything that is geared towards hair, skin and nails, which is very, very common, it kind of makes sense if you're struggling with your skin having acne. You know, you would gravitate towards like a hair, skin and nail supplement. I know I definitely did during my acne journey, but you want to check that ingredient list and see if there's biotin in it. Now, the way that biotin can potentially be aggravating the skin is that some say that it can worsen the absorption of certain vitamins and nutrients. So things like vitamin B5. You may have heard a lot about vitamin B5 with acne. A lot of people, that's actually another supplement people recommend to take for acne. And I'm not saying that's the case, because it depends if you're deficient in B5 or not. But yeah, that being said, is that in some individuals, being low in B5 can be worsening their acne. And if they're taking biotin, that's also going to be inhibiting some of their absorption of B5 in general, which can contribute to the worsening of the acne. So I think the thing to say is, you know, with biotin, and also like with many of the other supplements we're going to talk about in this video, it's very individual. And I think, you know, with the information I'm just sharing, these are just things for you to be aware of and look at in your supplements and think, you know, how long have I been taking this? Have I seen a benefit in my skin? And if the answer is no, or like my skin's getting worse, then definitely try maybe taking it out. Maybe there is something in that supplement, like biotin, for example, which is actually aggravating the skin. Okay, the next supplement I want to talk about is spirulina, like algae, chlorophyll, these types of things. Now, this is definitely something which is more observational for me. I can't remember where I learned about this, but then once I learned this information that these can sometimes be an acne trigger, I started to experiment and play with that throughout my practice, and I have seen this actually a lot in many of my clients' skin, that this sometimes can be an acne trigger for some people. So some things you want to check where you tend to find like spirulina or algae kind of slip in is like multivitamins, particularly any that are food grown. And then you also want to check protein powders. I find spirulina or some kind of algae in protein powders all the time. Or like if you're taking any of those like greens powders, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you definitely want to have a little check on the ingredients and see if that's in there. And also, I just think this is really interesting information, because if I think back to my acne journey, you know, especially when I was kind of more like vegan, vegetarian back in the day when I was trying all that out, I think, you know, I was read and I was told about, you know, the B12 and in algae and spirulina and things. So I used to actually buy spirulina raw and have the powder and put it sometimes into like, you know, a drink, and like kind of, I can't remember what I used to do with it, but I used to put it in stuff. And I was literally taking it in its raw form, and my acne was raging. So yeah, I just think it's an interesting one. Look out for the spirulinas, algae, and kind of everything in that camp. And again, kind of just to reiterate with all of these things, just just play around, just see if it's something that is triggering you or not. As I'm going to say probably many times in this video, it's never a one thing fits all. You know, me saying that spirulina can break you out does not mean it's going to break everyone out. It's a very individual thing. You just got to work out if it's something that you are sensitive to or not. Okay, the next supplement actually kind of comes off the back of that nicely, which is B12. So yeah, this is a very interesting one, is that if you are, you know, taking a multivitamin, or even if you're just supplementing straight with B12, my first recommendation is definitely go to your doctor and have your B12 levels checked. What I tend to see, because like particularly when people go vegetarian and vegan, because it's become this really well-known thing, it's like, oh, if you go, you know, vegan or vegetarian, you need to supplement with B12, and I'm not going against that at all, but people tend to just go out and go get those supplements and start taking it straight away without actually knowing what their levels are like. And the really interesting thing you want to know about vitamin B12 is that it is one of the vitamins that we actually do store. So when you go, let's say vegetarian or vegan, you actually have stores of B12 for up to 5 years before they actually start depleting, and that's what you also tend to see a lot in vegetarians and vegans. Like they'll you know, change their diet and they feel absolutely fantastic, and you know, they won't be supplementing or anything, and then 5 years in, suddenly something shifts, and you know, sometimes it can be because those B12 levels are starting to drop. So yeah, going kind of back to the skin is, yeah, it has been seen that particularly more high doses of vitamin B12 can be aggravating to acne. So I would definitely recommend, if you are taking B12 every single day and you're just taking it because you think, you know, it's healthy, or you think that, you know, it's what you should be doing, I would personally pause what you're doing, go to your doctor and ask them to check your B12 levels, and then you can be sure if it's something that you need, or maybe you've got really good stores and you are taking B12 supplements unnecessarily, and that could potentially be the thing that's also triggering your acne. Okay, so the next supplement I want to talk about is iron. So this again is a kind of, can be a little bit of a similar situation with B12. It's something that sometimes people will just start taking, you know, if they start just feeling tired, you know, it becomes a well-known thing now that having low iron levels can cause tiredness. So, you know, sometimes people will come to me and they're on iron supplements, and I'm like, oh, were you prescribed this? Or like, you know, have you got low iron? And they're like, oh, I don't know, I just felt tired, so I started taking it. Now, the thing with iron, again, this is definitely a supplement. I mean, I would never supplement a client without having their iron results, like having their serum ferritin results and having all of that checked. Because the thing is with iron is that if you are taking it and you're taking it unnecessarily, excess amount of iron can actually cause a lot of oxidative stress in the body, and yeah, it can be quite a harmful supplement to be over taking, really. I think iron is just such a great example of, you know, supplements aren't just these things that it's like, oh, it's just a supplement, I'll just take it, like I'm fine. Like, no, you can have contraindications with supplements, and you've got to take care with the supplements you're taking and know if it's something your body needs. And you know, you have to take supplements seriously. It's just like how you would taking medications seriously. Supplements need to be looked at in the same kind of way. So yeah, the thing with iron, yeah, if you're taking it and you don't need it, it could be causing more oxidative stress, and we have seen that that can also be aggravating to the skin as well, and in many cases it can increase acne. Now, just to be clear with iron, see, the issue with iron is if you're taking it in excess. If you have got, you know, diagnosed low levels of iron and you are supplementing, then that won't cause your acne, because your body needs it and it's going to be more beneficial in that sense. So yeah, just want to make that really clear. I'm talking about the issue here is if you're just taking iron, but actually your body doesn't really actually need it. Okay, and then the next supplement I want to talk about is iodine. Now, this one's a really interesting one, and it's one which I am still even just learning more about myself. I saw this in my own acne journey, and in fact, actually, I was playing around with a thyroid supplement not so long ago that I just wanted to experience for myself, because I do like to sometimes try my supplements before recommending them to people. But yeah, I saw that instantly that my skin is not the best of friends with iodine. Now, when I kind of do research into this, they say iodine, particularly when it's being excreted, it can irritate the pores in the skin and cause kind of irritation and inflammation, which can lead to acne and just breakouts in general. So that's one of the kind of ways that it can affect it. But it to be honest with you, for me, I'm totally honest, like it's something that I'm still learning about, but it's something that I definitely see observationally can affect some people and their acne. So I'm very cautious with iodine in my clinic. If someone has got a diagnosed thyroid concern and I'm completely sure that supplementing with a bit of iodine is going to be beneficial, then that's okay. But as I keep saying with today's video, we're talking about taking these things kind of self-prescribed and not really knowing why we're taking them. And yeah, if you're taking iodine and you don't need it, this again could be something which could be affecting your skin potentially. Some supplements you want to be kind of looking out for where iodine can be kind of snuck in is definitely multivitamins. You'll pretty much always find it in a multi, and of course anything that is geared towards thyroid support. So what I would really urge you to do is get all your supplements out and firstly ask yourself, am I seeing progress with the supplements? Like if your skin's progressing in the right direction, then I wouldn't worry too much about this. I'm talking to you guys who are maybe on supplements and you're not getting the results, your skin's still irritated, the acne's not clearing. This is when you can sit down and just look through your supplements and say, are these ingredients, are these vitamins and minerals in there? And then you can start playing around and being really intuitive with your body and listen to it and see if it's actually something that could be potentially triggering you. So yeah, I really hope today's video has been helpful. I would love to hear your experiences in the comments, along your journeys, if you've experienced any issues with any of these. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who maybe have had positive stories with some of these, because like I said, if your body needs these vitamins and minerals, they can be really beneficial. But yeah, I would just love to hear everyone's experiences down below. I know with my own personal acne journey, the supplements on today's list that I definitely saw irritate me definitely was iodine. Yeah, that was a definite trigger for my skin, and also the spirulina, definitely. I mean, I was taking that raw and yeah, my skin was really not happy with me. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video and this conversation. I would love to continue the conversation, as I said, down in the comments, so please do interact with me down there. I absolutely love that. Also, please do give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and you did find it either interesting or helpful, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. But yeah, I'm sending you guys all my love and I will speak to you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.